Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gillesmansillon. I am jumping into those conversations. For the path of life, the path of ascension is a solitary journey. For in this third dimension, we are billions of us, so we can find people to communicate. But when we engage in this inner depth journey, we have to do it alone. We cannot learn. Learn to walk for somebody else or learn to read and write for somebody else. Everybody's got to do his own preparation. We cannot expect that all of a sudden something great God comes down from the sky and just with magic, poof, bring everybody into heaven. It doesn't work like that. So the thing is to go inward and to find to move into the state of receptivity, to feel the bliss state, this state when you're connected to your sovereign self, to your divinity, and it becomes so beautiful. It is ecstatic. It is this amazing experience, vision or sensation, and then once you discover it, you want to return to it. You want more of it. You want to become until it becomes a permanent state in our daily life. To create a private heaven, a private paradise on earth, until people are ready to integrate that level. It is like living in an angelic world, to see that every human being is an angel. So if you were an angel living in the earth, even if you were in a physical body, you would see all the angels that are not in physical body, and you would see the angelic part within every human being. Some of them are going through very dark processes right now. They're overcoming fear and all kinds of things, but this is what they choose to explore at this time. We've done it before. Now it's their turn, and they're doing it. So just trust them, send light to their divinity, and see for the darkness was created to give us a chance to create a counterpoint to the ignorance and the lies, and so we're here as counterpoints, and it's like and the counterpoints was very the darkness was very powerful. Otherwise we would have stayed in our comfort zone. We would not have a chance to expand our light beyond, to accelerate the process of ascension. So for the believe in your worthiness, rather than having to work hard, and says I am with divine grace, and know that your angels and your spirit guides are always there. For there's many people that refuse the helps of spirit, but for me, I recommend, of course I'm just expressing my thoughts and ideas, but that you ask your guides and angels to walk with you and to be with you, to be more to acclimate with that, and to connect to their living presence. On the serious seeker will seek that, and those who will say, no, I don't want that, I'm just going directly to God. Fine. At the end, there will only be you and God. But God has created all those amazing level and beings, and just to assist mortal beings in the process of evolution and ascension. And even if we ascend to the apex of consciousness in the seventh dimension, we become sovereign self, eternal beings, so ascended masters. We'll still open the doors to doors of infinity on the eighth dimension, on the lower plane of the eighth dimension, and we'll return to collective understanding, and this collective will grow and grow and grow until we find ourselves back at the first source and center. So it will take a while, but enjoy the process as much as possible. For every moment is an opportunity to connect and to feel and to communicate. For a lot of people that are stuck, when we're stuck, is because we are unwilling to explore an idea that would free us. And so it's about changing and not being rigid in our beliefs, and always seek new ideas and back up a little bit, take a distance in relationship to the linear path of the earth, in order to have more space from within. Understanding all the soul plans are completely approved by the divine law. On the eighth dimension, the plans are being prepared, and then then the soul fragment. The soul is like fragmented, and the higher self we have many higher self, because this higher self has 12 different great branch, and then from those branches in different galaxies, universe, planets, timelines, and we're just an extension of an extension of an extension, and so we just want to go back to the root, to the central core of our soul, and to accept all the other parts of our higher self. Yet those higher self they made plans for their evolution, and and the plans was approved by the divine law. For what may be true for you may not be true for everybody. What is true for me may not be true for everybody. So just follow whatever you feel, whatever feels right. I'm going to pull a few cards. I don't think I've done that. Same cards. No, yeah, same cards. So the past is energy, the one. We return to the understanding that life is one, but we need to to strengthen our own light and to become one within the one. And so it's a work process, but the knowledge of that unity consciousness, that connection to source, is primal. This is where all starts and all ends at the end. Where we are now is humility, for we want to stay humble, we want to stay be in a receptive mode. And what is coming in the future is equilibrium, the balance of things with the equinox. And what we're working on now is the protection. No, you are protected. You can go for it. You can go for it. Just know, if you know you're protected, then you are. Imagine you call on this blue shield of the Archangel Michael, this blue iridescent light to surround you when you need, and call on your guides. So you call on the angels to accompany you. It makes things a lot easier when you know you have all those higher intelligence that are. They will not bypass you. They will wait for your cue. And what is coming in the future is action. There is a great deal of action. Unexpected events are going to be coming that are going to propulse us into a cycle of actions. I had this funny vision. I don't know if I should, like I said, I don't know if I should talk about, but they showed me, it's like it was the Christ. I was standing looking at the earth, and I was just there, like at his right and behind. And they said, "There's Jesus and Gilles." So it was like very. For the path of the Christ is the way. For we can ascend so far, but if we want to open the doors to paradise, is the oldest Son, is the Creator Son, the Paradise Father. And so it is like to open. We were lucky that he came to incarnate on this planet. So we knew we had the chance to know him a little bit, this great spirit and soul. But he's a universal spirit, and the past world goes through him. And at some point, we'll have to move beyond the local universe. There is no choice. We come to offer gratitude and thanksgiving for this amazing experience of time that we've been offered once we achieve this point of ascension, to the point where we move beyond the local universe. But there will be so much more to do in the local universe before we are called to. Yet, as we are free, all spheres can be opening. It's just a matter of vibration, and your I am presence will guide you through the process. For if we're uncomfortable in our body right now, it is because we're doing the work that we need to do. For there is all kinds of chakras that needs they all want to activate, and all kinds of minority centers that are very important. So it is very important. It is good to know that if there is a comfort on the neck or the spine or the back there is all kinds of. It's because there is adjustment within the physical body, and the energetic body are trying to open up and continue to connect this love internally, and internal love that comes from within bring security. Love that is external bring insecurity, vulnerability. So just connect to your first to your own love, and then love can be shared. Love is meant to be shared, to be expressed. And so we want to create a temple for our soul. What kind of temple are we creating? When we feed negative emotion, we're not allowing this. We don't want to blame ourselves, but we want to be aware, breathe, relax, and continue this purification as well. We want to be able to set an example as much as possible, to live our truth as much as possible, for to be a shining example. And we've all been doing it on some level, even if we're not perfect enough for the ego. The soul is completely satisfied with what is going on with us. And always try to elevate yourself to your Godhead, to your God self, and then teach from there, or live from there. Elevate first, and then move on to the reality. For we're becoming glorified mortal, infused with spirit. For we're mortals, but if we infuse with eternal spirit, we become immortal. It is a gradual process. And rather than living in the Maya, in the illusion, for everything we call reality, truth, life, is just an illusion, a belief that true reality is divine, it is eternal, it is magnificent, it is connected, it is pure, it is. So we are learning to reconnect, to let go of Maya, for which is very important. Our beliefs and desires, God will make our beliefs and desires. He will support whatever we believe it to be true. The life will say yes, it is true. So just choose your beliefs, choose your this point of ascension, and the highest wisdom is a step ahead, to be ready for what is to come, even if it is going to be unexpected. The more we prepare ourselves, the better we'll. What we need to understand is into the sea, to make a great leap of faith, to jump into the sea, to return to center. what we need to do is the higher power to learn to work more efficiently with your spirit guides, and they're always listening to you, and angels and creator, this all those invisible forces, and the outcome is the treasure island. Life will be a treasure. You are the treasure. Life is will be filled with gift and thanksgiving as we move into the state of gratitude. And and have always the violet fire right at the hand, the violet fire all the time, because that will assist you in shifting reality, emotional reality, and situation very, very quickly. This power of the violet fire can explore all the other rays, as we are called, but always call on the beautiful Zadkiel and Amethyst to assist you, or Saint Germain and the Portia, but always have this violet fire like at hand reach, and so you can really use it as we grow and ascend through the dimensions, the many dimensions. All those sacred iridescent fire become more intense, more powerful, and they're very beautiful. But here we can already we cultivating those fires so they can eventually become brighter, and as our own vibration ascend. And so, and this, when we work with sacred fire, it is good to send it to anchor our own light, the light that we use into the core of the earth. It's like it has to crack down all kinds of places before it reaches there, and then eventually it reaches the core and it is sent back, and then we become anchor within the earth. Doesn't mean that we don't want to keep the crown open to receive from the higher planes, but to be anchored within the earth, to anchor your light, and then you can draw it on rather than always have to bring it out from your heart, and then it's automatically activated from the heart center of the earth as we connect. So and when we seek to work with the invisible world, there are some dark lords and things like that if those people who are asking very selfish prayer will sometimes maybe attracting some darker forces. So just always include your highest good, but we always work for the highest good of all. It's always better. I read a book yesterday, an audio book, so I talk about it. It's quite interesting. It's called The Book of Truth by Osiris, for those who read the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. This is a book that was channeled in 1925 in England, and he explained all the stories before Lemuria, before Atlantis, and it was quite interesting with Uranus, Satanicus, and his brother Yahweh, and all the misdeed they did, and Alduan, Adam had on how things were organized from this plane of reality, and Saturn was the tester, and then eventually the Melchizedek was given authority. And so, but it's quite an interesting way. One thing that he says is that if people would only call on their spirit guides, the whole ascension, the destruction of evil would be so much faster. For humans have brought those evil upon themselves. They need to get rid of it. The universe will only do so much until people are ready to face their own shadows and to accept, to let go of that illusions of power. Well, I'm going to sing a song. I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. We're getting closer to this point of freedom where it's going to feel good actually to shift, and it will take a while to acclimate, but it's part of the process. And continue to cultivate the joy. This song is called Joy to the World. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine, and he always had some mighty fine wines, singing joy across the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. And if I were the king of the world, tell you what I'll do. I'll throw away the cars and the bars and the walls, and I make sweet love to you, singing joy across the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies, love to have my fun. I'm a high life flyer and a rainbow rider and a straight shooting son of a gun. I said a straight shooting son of a gun, singing joy across the world. All the boys and girls, Joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me, singing joy across the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. So it is about joy. When we feel joy, we can live with the angels. And the card of the day is the Hermit, the revelation, the Archangel Raziel, the wise. Joy through spiritual fulfillment, to enlighten the path of someone. Find the answer to your question through meditation. So ascension is one. Every heart is one heart at a time, and one step at a time. Everybody will come to the sooner or later this realization. So continue to assist the others without taking on their burdens or having expectation in relationship to what you're giving, and so just be free and continue to share and expand. And I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.